What is up, everyone? Cardano up around 50%. As I start this video, I want to jump right into the ADA video. Hit the subscribe, like, turn the notification bells on the way in. ADA's making a move. This is what it looks like. And it's kind of like, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so it's a daily candle. It's a green daily candle. It looks nice, but you start seeing kind of the tidal wave of downside that it's up against. And the reason I start with that, and I want to dig into this, here's a 6 hour, I want to dig into what this move is doing and what we're looking at, but I want to start with that because we have to be very careful. ADA is in a macro downtrend in an environment where there are inflation worries, there are rising interest rates, there is war going on. Let this rally play out, but let's wait for confirmations. That's all. I just want to start with that. Now let's dig into kind of the technical analysis aspect. It's 50-50. Go on the internet, go on social media. Everybody's talking about, is the bottom of the bull market or the bear market, is it in? Was that it? Is it going to be forming for the next 6 months, a year? What's going on? Are we about to moon? Like, everybody's got these mixed signals. And for me, I'm a little back and forth, right? We see what's going on with traditional markets and see what's going on in the world. I think we've been anticipating a rally for sure, but on the global landscape and a macro view, it's a little bit dicey, right? So we want to be careful. And the best thing that we can do is put the emotion, put the guessing aside, and use the charts as the roadmap that we've used it for since I started this YouTube channel. And it's why I started the YouTube channel. So I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but let's dive in to the ADA video. Here's the move on the daily chart. Now, before we do that, before we start digging into what's going on, first off, the 20-day moving average is a big area we've been waiting for. We want to see it break. I want to do this. I want to start with this very quick clip from May 26, 2022. Check this out, right? We had the 80-cent capitulation to a new swing high. I'd be very surprised if we don't get kind of a move like that, right here. So like you see 4 days ago, we did that on this 6 hour. I think that was a 6 hour chart. So real quick, I just want to do it again because now when I did that video, ADA was at 48 cents. Now we're sitting here at 57 cents. So it was this swing low that we had back here, right? This was in February, swing low. And it went to a swing high. This was kind of a rally of its own. And we were saying, hey, from this capitulation that we just had all the way back here and towards the beginning of May, could we expect or anticipate a move similar, right? And the velocity of it, the movement of it could look different. And you can see it does look different. But this is the move itself. Very similar in terms of the movement of it and the path that it's on. A little bit more aggressive literally right now in the last day or so. You can just see on the charts as we zoom in here. Let me give it this. On the 6 hour, it's tough. That's the Vassal hard fork green box. So here we are now. This is what we're watching. So here's the move, right? This is a nice move. We're up like 50% since the swing low back here. But what's all this about? Like this move that reflects the move that we had back here coming out of the March low, right? And into April. What is that? I want to start talking about that on the zoomed out charts now because we anticipated it for at the very least a rally that's in play. So let's start here on the monthly. On the monthly chart, everybody, it's not a bad looking monthly candle. It's just not. What's insane is this. 9 monthly candles, just one candle, green. We've been grinding, everybody. We've been grinding. And we've been talking about a 50-cent target all year long. We didn't want it to happen since above $1. It happened. We're now tracking the structure that we figured would happen. And here's the structure on the 6 hour chart. But this is the story that's being told on the charts. And it's a long-term macro uptrend story in my view. And it is normal across all cryptos. I tweeted this the other day. You might have seen it. I tweeted this because ADA, this was specifically because Cardano is getting so much hate. Like it's the only crypto down over the last half of a year. And I just tweeted some very, out in the open facts. Bitcoin's down 58%, ETH down 63%, ADA 85%. ADA is more volatile than the two. And ADA is down just like DOT and Solana and Doge and Algo and I meant AVAX. But it is what it is, right? So if we go over now and we look at the chart, we start actually seeing it's very similar to the bear market 2018. It's very similar. We start opening up the RSI. Check this out. RSI oversold right back here. This was 2019. Obviously, you know, COVID kind of came in. We don't know what the chart would look like, but Cardano was obviously bottoming out and getting ready for something, right? When it was in this territory on the quicker moving momentum oscillator. Well, here we are again. We could last here for months, and it's important to note that. But on this monthly chart, look at it on the slower moving momentum oscillator. Look at Cardano in the similar vicinity of the bottoming out formation range that it's been in previous cycles. And then lastly, as we're zoomed out on this chart, look at this. Remember this trend line we've been tracking on Cardano that just extends all the way back here to 2018. ADA wicking on the monthly to that line. And if we start looking at it on the daily, this is kind of what it looks like. And it's incredible. It's incredible to see this because though we haven't enjoyed it, and I'm talking about crypto bear market in general and just the downtrend that we've seen, that we haven't enjoyed it, it's presented opportunity. It's allowed us to grow patience. It's allowed us to, again, collect bear market data, bearish data that is consistent with historical data across all of crypto. This move, and what I mean by that is this move is consistent. And it's incredible to see the charts prove itself again. I have an optimistic view of it, everybody. I'm not thinking negatively of it because I think it's opportunity. I think markets need to reset themselves. I think crypto is proving itself as in general. And then Cardano, when we're stepping outside of that, the crypto picture, Cardano proving itself more than any other crypto. I genuinely think that. I genuinely do. And this is why we talk about it all the time. The technical milestones. Shelly, Mary, Alonzo, Vassal hard fork. And if you don't know, everybody, I'm talking about staking mechanism, the multi-asset ledger. We broke 5 million native assets on Cardano, like I think it was yesterday. Smart contracts in play right now, and that is just getting started. And Vassal hard fork scalability upgrade coming in 30 days. Cardano proving itself. And this is all within a dip, a higher low dip right now, right, on the macro. And that's where we are. This is the weekly. We look at the weekly momentum oscillators, same story happening. It's just this fear bottoming out range. We could go lower, absolutely, right? However, it's just, we've been here before. And if it takes weeks, if it takes another 40% to the downside and maybe a couple months even, we've been here before. And the charts, it's the clearest roadmap we have in these volatile markets. So ADA right now on the weekly chart is doing something important. This 200-week moving average currently with 6 days, 1 hour on the weekly chart, breaking above. Will it close above? We will track it this week. That is for sure. Now let's start digging into this move. This is the move. This is the picture. It's been downside for months and months and months. And so if we look at this, it's a 20-day moving average, ADA breaking above, right? So let's actually go back here. Let's go to right here. 1. This was in November. Breaking above the green line right there. 20-day moving average. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got to put it 6. Look, and it's barely. I mean, barely. This green daily candle closing above it, and then boom, rejection. Now we're in a 7th time. ADA has crossed above the 20-day moving average. The reason I'm pointing this out is because these moving averages, this is the resistance, and it's also the 50-day moving average in blue. It is the resistance for ADA, and it is the confirmation area for ADA, and we've used it very well, I would say, as a guide. We've been waiting for not only ADA to break the 20-day moving average and to break the 50-day moving average, right? But to start closing above those moving averages and seeing higher highs and higher lows. The closest it got was actually back in that March low to the April swing high. And what I mean by that is we broke the 20-day, ADA broke the 50-day in blue, and here this was the test. It was literally April 6th, 2022, the test to see support then at the 20-day moving average for continuation to upside, and it didn't. It failed. And then it failed below the 50-day with resistance, and then we got the 20-day crossing right back below the 50-day. That was bearish confirmation. We didn't get the bullish confirmation. Bullish confirmation, if you're wondering what it looks like, it's easy. It's right here. Look, boom, support at the 20-day, right? Some tightening action on the moving averages, and then boom, support. Bouncing off the 50-day, higher highs and higher lows above both. That's what we're looking for. That's a story of a bullish environment. That's a story of momentum. And it just has not happened at all yet. And so we have to be very careful right now. It's nice to see a green candle, but in this entire downtrend, this isn't the first really cool looking green candle that we've had on ADA. We have to be very careful because this, as quick as it's happened, and it's been fun the last few days, you can say, especially this current daily candle, it's been fun. It could end so fast. It could end just as quickly as it began. Look, back here, this was April 30th to a swing high, 24% or so. And then those gains just wiped out for a new capitulation swing low. And we're talking ADA broke from 90 cents down to like, 40-cent range, 50+% dip. So please keep in mind how quickly things can change. Let's wait for consolidation. Let's wait for bullish confirmations. So right now, if we go to the 6-hour chart, here's what we're looking at. Can this move happen? This is really to bring it all together. Can this move happen? What does it entail? And speculatively, this is like the 70 to 80 cent range. 80 cents is an incredibly important area that I'm watching for ADA. And I'm not saying it would happen this week even, but there could be just maybe a couple weeks of rally, a couple of weeks of bullish momentum. The 80 cent range is a couple things. Number one, it is the, and that's wrong lines. And I'm keeping this up here because it's important for this roadmap. Lower trend line, upper trend line, rising broadening wedge. Remember, the breakout to the 80 cent that we were waiting for, right? 80 cent target that we were waiting for. It hit there and it bounced off of there. And we got a nice bounce to the 20-week moving average and then resistance. Then we had the symmetrical triangle breakout target to 50 cents we've waited all year for. We've talked about it all year. It got there, getting structure. So similar to 80 cents, are we going to get a bounce to the 20-day moving average? I'm sorry, the 20-week moving average. So structure at the 50-cent target, some upside to, where is that 20-week moving average? Right now, around 85 to 87 cents. However, if it takes a little time for ADA to get there, there could be some very strong confluence at the 80-cent range, which was the previous target, the previous support. So if ADA makes a move to this vicinity, will there be resistance? And it's also a confirmation area that if ADA can break above and start closing weekly candles above 80 cents, it could be a bullish confirmation for ADA. But we have to get there first. And to the upside, it's still got a ways to go. We're looking at to 80 cents, 40%. Let's call it 40% to the upside, everybody. 39, 40%. So it's got a ways to go. That's the area on these charts. And it's the speculative area as well, where this move could take ADA. Along the way, please note, along the way, there could be higher highs and higher lows. And we see it all the time. So we're getting a nice move to the upside. It could crash right back down. This Fibonacci is a swing low to swing high. You can see ADA is already touched and bounced off of the support, the higher low support, 618 to 786. So here's the low, here's the higher low, bounce to the move to the upside. We could revisit. We could be back in sub 50 cent range testing support again before continuing to these 80 cent targets to the upside. But we're going to just be patient. We're going to wait. We might not get a drastic move to the downside like that. ADA might want to test the 20-day moving average, right, which is currently around 51 cents. It's 6 cents to the downside as I do this video, and then continue maybe sideways and then up to 80 cents. But that's really what I'm watching. Can all of that support hold, right? The 20-day moving average, the support here at the 618, right around 47 cents, to the 786, around 43 cents. If ADA makes a move back down to test these areas, can those support areas hold to the downside? To the upside, my kind of short to mid target is the 70 to 80 cent range, I would say. And then it's kind of like what happens when ADA gets there, because it's got a lot of confirmations it needs to check off the boxes, right? 50-day moving average, can't ignore it, around 70 cents. So a lot of resistance in the 70 cent to 80 cent range. Can ADA make a move to there to test it? That's what I'm watching. What are you watching? How are you doing? how was your Memorial Day? I hope it was awesome. I hope you have an amazing week, amazing start to your week. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.